What's up, running fam? Ruben Runs here. And today, we're going to discuss what a typical week of running looks like in my world. Now, if you're like me and you're constantly looking for ways to balance your training with work life and family time, this is the video for you. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And let's go for a run. Oh, and make sure you stick around till the end of the video if you want to find out what race I'm running next. Now, in order to set the proper conditions to have a productive morning, you really have to rewind the clock because your prep time really begins the night before. Now, every night before a run, I like to lay out my clothes to make sure that I'm not missing anything and I don't even have to think about what I'm going to do in the morning. I just wake up and go straight into autopilot. The next thing I like to do is check the weather to make sure that the clothes that I laid out going to be good for whatever weather we have going on. Here in Northern Virginia, things can be a little unpredictable. And the last thing I like to do is make sure that my coffee is prepped and ready to go. Every runner out there knows you don't want to mess around with GI issues on an early morning run with no bathrooms in sight. First off, it's the essential ritual. Lacing up these bad boys and getting out there on the road. Now, running isn't just a workout, it's my daily reset. It sets the tone for a day of crushing goals while balancing work, family, and social life. So let's go log some miles. Now, there's no better way to start the day than with a run. Out here on the roads, it's just me, nature, and the rhythm of my feet pounding the pavement. Now, running isn't just about fitness. It's my time to hit that reset button and get my mind and body prepared for whatever the day may throw at me. Now, this wouldn't be a Ruben Runs video if I didn't hit on recovery, because we all know that it's the secret sauce to sustaining this running journey over the years. Stretching isn't just for the muscles, it's also for the mind, because you have to recover smart, especially when juggling the demands of work, your family life, everything else. So what does a week of training look like for me? Well, if you have kids, you know that there's no typical training week, or no typical week for that matter, when all your kids are in activities and going to school full time. But this is what my somewhat normal rundown looks like. Mondays always start with a recovery run from my long run on Sunday. I knock that out in the AM, and then once I finish up with work for the day, I hit the gym for an upper body strength day. Tuesdays are completely devoted to jiu-jitsu. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I hit the mats. Now Wednesdays are my speed days. So I'm either on the track, I'm hitting hill repeats, or I'm hitting some variation of a fartlek. And then in the evenings, I'm back in the gym, hitting another strength training session. Thursdays, back on the mats for jiu-jitsu, hopefully not getting choked out too much. And then in the evenings, I'm hitting a middle distance run. Now, Fridays are open mat at the gym that I go to. So another jiu-jitsu day in the morning, followed by an easy run in the evening. Saturdays are my true one full day of rest. But if you're like me and you have kids, you know there's not ever truly a rest day. You're always doing something. And finally, Sundays, those are my long run days. So right now, I'm training for a half marathon, so that can range anywhere from 10 to 16 miles, depending on where I am in the training block. So as you can see, my calendar is pretty full most days of the week. So how do I balance all of this while giving my family the time that they deserve? And it all comes back to consistency and keeping the main thing, and that's the family. So whether it's a quick breakfast with the kids before work, or cleaning up after those knuckleheads after they roll through the house like Tasmanian devils, it's all about keeping them the priority, because family is everything. Now let's dive into the work grind. Answering emails, making moves, the whole 9 yards. For me, balancing work isn't a challenge. I look at it as an opportunity to prove to my kids that the grind never stops and you can still pursue your dreams even when you're working hard. And of course, you can't neglect having a social life, because balancing running doesn't mean that you become a hermit. It's about finding that balance. Whether that's a quick coffee with a friend on your lunch break or taking a stroll through the park with your partner, it's all about finding that balance. Because remember, life is meant to be lived to the fullest every day. Now it's time for me to get back to setting up my kids' T-ball set. So there you have it. My shower thoughts on how to balance running with work, family, and social life. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're the real legend, and I truly appreciate you. And for those on the eastern half of the country, I hope to see you on March 2nd at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the Myrtle Beach Half Marathon, because that's my next race. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, keep pounding the pavement.